Hi friends, you're watching movie reviews with Raghuram. This is the review of the Telugu movie Sita Ramam. What a wonderful movie. We get to see a lot of love stories nowadays, but the love stories which has a garnishing and topping of that innocent and true romance, true feel between the lovers is very rare to see, and Sita Ramam exactly gives you that. Sita played by Mrunal Thakur and Rama played by Dulquer Salmaan. So what a chemistry they had on the screen. What a romance they created on the screen. Magic, I should tell. Sita Ramam is just beautiful, wonderful, and soul touching and heart touching. Just because it evokes a lot of emotions in us, because we get connected to these characters, Sita and Rama, and their love story and their romance and everything happening in and around Sita Rama. Sita Ramam is a fantastic love story with that strong element called as romance in the love story, and that cuteness, the way Sita and Rama gets introduced to each other and how the love story goes ahead and what happens to their story is a wonderful feel. Just watch this movie for the performances, top performances of all the actors, but mainly three characters. It is a story which connects three characters. Number one, Dulquer Salmaan. Number two, as I said, Mrunal Thakur. And number three, the role of Afreen, the character of Afreen, played by none other than our Rashmika, Mandanna. Fantastic, brilliant acting by all these three characters. They have carried the true emotion of the movie, and they have made the movie look not only wonderful, appealing, but also beautiful. Yes, when I tell beautiful, the movie is beautiful. The cinematography is of top class. The visuals are stunning. The background music is really appealing and soul touching. The patriotism, the tinge of patriotism in the movie is simply fabulous and brilliant. Though it is not a patriotic movie, you can see the patriotism embedded in the movie, and that is simply wonderful. So it runs along with the story, so it doesn't proclaim itself. The patriotism is in the backdrop. It is simply wonderful. The music, the songs create an aura, and the environment, the atmosphere of 1960s to 1980s. The story runs between 1965 and 1985. That environment, those costumes, the people of that particular era, and their mannerisms, and the cute love story, the letter exchanges, the love letter exchanges between the lovers, all these things are simply fantastic and fabulous to watch in the movie. Along with this, it is not only the romance, there is rich comedy. So there is a light and rich comedy. Yes, a lot of fun moments, a lot of humor moments in the movie, especially in the first half. So that also you can enjoy. There is mystery, there is suspense, there is thrill, and a wonderful climax, a feel-good climax which touches your heart and soul at the end. And the next most important thing I loved in the movie is that letter, that secret letter. So this is a story of a Pakistani girl who is studying in London, who brings a letter to India. That letter which has been written by Lieutenant Ram 20 years ago, and she needs to deliver that letter to Sita. So could she find Sita? So what is there in that particular letter? Why it was not delivered for 20 long years? And what is her role? What is the role of Afreen, Rashmika, Mandanna in all these things? So can she reach out to Sita? Can she give that letter? What does that letter contain? So that suspense, that mystery, that intrigue will keep you hooked and booked and at the edge of your seats. Apart from watching a wonderful love story, there are a lot of these elements in and around. So when you don't feel boredom in the movie at all. So, and at last, when you reach the climax, when you know what has happened to the story of Ram and Sita and what is the content of the letter, it is goosebump moments. One of the fantastic climax ever written I have seen in a love story. So there is a war, there is love story, there is romance, there is a humor, and there is mystery, and there is a girl who is investigating a love story of Sita and Rama. And Sita Ramam is a love story set from the perspective of the investigations carried on by Afreen Aka, Rashmika, Mandanna, and different perspectives, different narratives of their love story, and different time periods in which their love story runs has been narrated from what Rashmika Mandanna is investigating about Sita and Ram, and she wants to find Sita, her location, where exactly she is located, and deliver that particular letter to Sita. Can she do it? Watch the movie to know the entire story of wonderful feel-good story of Sita Ramam. So this is a wonderful movie. The songs are really good. So the songs, the cinematography, the sound designs, the background score, the VFX, the editing, everything. Technically the movie is brilliant, and every scene of the movie movie looks like a beautiful painted canvas. Again, I want to tell, this is not only a feel good movie, it's not only a wonderful movie, it is a lovely movie, and it is a beautiful movie because it carries plenty of beautiful emotions. The first half of the movie screenplay, I want to tell, the first half of the movie is damn engaging. Many events are happening in and around, and once Rashmika Mandanna gets that letter and sets off on the journey to India, so from there the story is takes a totally different diversion, and in between her investigation we get to see beautiful romantic moments between Dulquer Salmaan and Mrunal Thakur. So wonderful chemistry they have. And in the second half you would feel the pace of the movie has gone somewhere a little low, so it happens so because the story moves at a slow and its own pace in the second half once after the interval. So the interval bang is also really good, and later in the last half an hour or 45 minutes, again just like a rocket, just like the movie picks its pace and takes you to a wonderful feel good climax, as I already said. Performances, Dulquer Salmaan, top class. If you see him, so even among Dulquer Salmaan and Mrunal Thakur, the chemistry is good, but Dulquer Salmaan has dominated the screen with his simplicity, with his innocence, and the romance, not only in his acting, not only in his approach, but the romance he gets in his voice, in his dialogues, in his eyes, in his face, in his body language. Everything is simply fabulous, and the response Mrunal Thakur gives is also fabulous. Her acting is also simply brilliant, and they form a wonderful chemistry between them. And Rashmika Mandanna doesn't have a love angle, but her role is very important in the movie, and so does the role of that particular letter which she is carrying. Hanu Ragopudi is the director of the movie. He is also the writer of the movie. Fantastic, sir. Well written, well directed, well presented. Vishal Chandrasekhar's music also is good. The background score and also the music is really appealing and fabulous. So there is also a terrorism angle in this particular movie. The unrest and the disturbances taking place in the Kashmir front, all those things have been covered in a good way. So that also forms an interesting aspect and perspective and a contribution towards the story. And look out for that story of Rashmika Mandanna, how she is connected to this particular story, and that is simply fabulous. The director has left clues. I could get the clue very early in the movie. Just look out, no spoilers here. Just look out if you can catch up with what connectivity does Rashmika Mandanna have with this particular story. Even if you cannot find it out, the climax is definitely going to reveal that particular part of the story also, and it is simply fabulous. The supporting cast ensemble of the movie is also simply fabulous and superb, and all actors have given a wonderful performance. Tarun Bhaskar's role is also good. Gautam Vasudev Menon has a small role, but a good role again. Vennela Kishore's role is also superb. We know he is a fantastic comedian, and here also his contribution towards the humor of the movie is simply fabulous. The other good actors in the movie comprises of our Murali Sharmaji and Tinu Anand. We also have Sachin Kedekar. Sunil we have in a small role, so that is really good and humorous. And we have Jishu Sen Gupta, we have Bhumika, Priyadarshi, and lot more. Everybody have done justice to their roles. So whatever small roles they get to do in the movie. Yes, I should not forget the most important, the fourth important role in the movie belongs to Sumant, and his acting is also good. Coming to the negativities of the movie should have been trimmed by at least 10 to 15 minutes in the second half, I felt. 2 hours 45 minutes is a big watch. Nonetheless, the movie is not boring. It could have been trimmed. Though the movie has a long run time, you would not feel bored because of the cute romantic love story taking place between Ram and Sita, and investigation of Afrin, and a lot of humor inserted into the story, and also many subplots running in and around, and very importantly the mystery and the intrigue. What has been written in the letter, you are waiting for that. 9 out of 10 for this wonderful feel-good romantic movie, Sita Ramam. Thanks for watching my video. If you loved my video, kindly like, share and subscribe to my channel. I'll catch up with you all in my next video with another movie review. Until then, do take care. Goodbye. Namaste.